This is Bloons TD6, a game where balloons follow a track, and if they get to the exit, you lose. So you buy monkeys with darts to pop the balloons before they escape. I think this game is a great metaphor for life. Imagine, if you will, that balloons are expenses: food, housing, entertainment, and so on. Expenses are part of life. They never stop, and we have to deal with them. In this metaphor, the monkeys are the job, investments, or whatever else we use to pay our bills. There are a lot of different monkeys with unique characteristics in this game, but for this video, the only thing that matters about them is their cost. We spend money to take care of our expenses, and the monkeys are the medium through which we do that. In this video, I want to highlight the difference between someone who invests their money and someone who doesn't. On the right side of the screen, we have CHIMPS mode. This is generally considered the hardest difficulty in the game, in part because you can't make any extra money off investments. This side will represent someone who doesn't invest their money. And on the left side of the screen, we have impossible mode. In this mode, monkeys actually cost more than they do in CHIMPS mode, but you can make extra money. This side will represent someone who does make investments. In the beginning, the higher prices in impossible mode means the left side has it tougher. They can't afford the 3 dart monkeys the right side can, and has to use a different starting strategy. They also have to take it a bit slower, so they fall behind the right side. Eventually, left side is able to get their head above water and save a little cash. Instead of spending it on defense or holding it like right side, they buy a banana farm. In this game, banana farms provide absolutely no help in popping balloons. Instead, they do 2 things. 1, they give you extra cash, and 2, they can be sold for 70% of their cost. In other words, they're the perfect example of an investment. By buying one, you take on some risk, because you're betting that you can cover your expenses with your remaining money. And if you have to resell it immediately, you're losing money. Left side is betting that it's worth it. Now that we have an investment, we can start keeping track of how much we have invested at any one time. That way, we'll know how much we have available in case something comes up and we decide to sell it. Now left side gets back to paying their dues. Since this investment is going to accelerate left side's finances, let's accelerate their video too, until both sides get back in sync. Now in this game, as in real life, our expenses tend to get bigger over time. For example, college. At this point, both sides are doing fine. If we take away the cost of the village from the left side, they're about even in terms of cash, but left side has more investments. In other words, right side's been spending more than it needs to on defense. If it had invested when it was above water, with its cheaper prices, it could have gotten further ahead than left side is now. Instead, it's starting to fall behind. Left side has options now. They can invest in more defense if they feel like they need it, or add more investments. Let's see where this goes. In the end, despite having higher prices, left side managed to come out about $60,000 ahead of right side, even with a very simple investing strategy. Right side ended up spending more than it needed to on defense at the end, but even giving them back that $16,000, they still only end up with about $25,000 to spare. I think this shows why and how we should invest in real life too. When you have expenses that you have to pay them. Otherwise, follow the 3 rules of the simple path to wealth. Avoid debt, don't spend money when you don't need to, and invest the surplus.